Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's do the review of this Oppo Encore M31 Bluetooth neckband earphones. And quite a few of you have asked me to test this out because a few weeks back I had reviewed this OnePlus Z wireless Bluetooth earphones, and the pricing of these, even the Oppo Encore, is exactly the same. Both are selling in India for 2,000 rupees. So let's have a look at this one. I have tested it, and what do I feel about this one? Are these better than the OnePlus Z? I'll also talk about that, and I also will do the comparison. In some areas I felt that the OnePlus was better, but in many of the other areas I felt that this Oppo Encore was better. So let's have a look. So it comes in this box, nice box, and the good thing is that this one also supports high-res audio and LDAC, so that's actually nice. So you open it up, here you'll find the earphone. I'll just keep this to the side. I've already taken it out, as I've mentioned, and you get two booklets, basic instructions. This gives you how to use it and all those things. I'll show you, and one more for the warranty card and all those things, as you can see. And here is the accessory box. I don't know why they gave it so big. So you have a USB type C cable and some extra ear tips. I didn't have to change to the extra ear tips, but you do have that. So let me keep these things to the side, and let's look at this earphone itself. And as you can see, it's that neckband style, and this is very soft plastic, so very comfortable. And on this end we have the Oppo branding, and this is the main one for all the controls. In fact, we have a selector button over here. This actually does a lot of things. It actually has a dual personality. You can change the sound signature with that, and apart from that we have the volume plus and minus, and for pausing the music also you just use this one, and for taking calls also. And if you press it double time, it changes the sound signature. I'll talk about that. And again, the build quality is good. We also have a USB type C port, and this also does support fast charging, but the battery life, I would say it's just okay. Oppo claims about 12 hours of battery life. In my rough testing, I would say you can get anywhere about 6 to 7 hours of battery life. Again, it will depend upon the volume level. Certainly not as good as the OnePlus wireless Z. That will give you almost double the battery life, but nevertheless not bad, because it supports that fast charging. And I feel it looks a little bit on the stylish side. And on this end, this is nothing. This looks like a button, but this is nothing. And again, we have the Oppo branding. And when it comes to the earbuds, just like the OnePlus, these are magnetic, and if I just open it up, it'll just switch on and start connecting automatically. So that's how it works. This is the same functionality even in the OnePlus wireless Z. But if you look closely, the buds shape is a little bit different, and I feel these are actually way more comfortable because it goes in your ear like this and doesn't come out. If you notice, for example, the OnePlus does come out a little bit. For example, if you're lying on the bed or something, these are more comfortable. And in terms of comfort, that is one thing that I noticed immediately with this one. Very comfortable to wear, and even for extended hours, if I was wearing this one, I did not have a issue. It works over Bluetooth 5, and I did all my testing with this OnePlus 8 Pro because it's the smartphone that I'm testing. So I listened to the same tracks on the OnePlus wireless Z as well as on this one. But first, let's talk about this one. What did I like? As I told you, very comfortable and actually very light. Hardly you feel that you're wearing it. So in terms of comfort department, even if you wear it for a long couple of hours, you will hardly notice it's there. And it's actually very light. In fact, slightly lighter compared to the OnePlus Z ones. Now, the build quality, as I've told you, is also good on this one. No problems regarding that, and you have that magnetic thing, same functionality as you can see. So in terms of that also, it is good, not a problem. Now, another thing that I liked is this one claims IPX5 water protection. For example, yes, you can't submerge it in water, but light splashes of rain or that workout when you get sweat, it should suffice. And I would say it does work, because yesterday I was wearing and I was just walking around and suddenly it started drizzling and nothing happened. Still it's working. So that's actually nice. Now another thing that I liked is now let's also talk about call quality, because of the lockdown situation we do take a lot of calls via these headsets, as these are Bluetooth headsets, and in that area I would say the microphone quality is actually good. The microphone is also here embedded in this one, so and the quality of the microphone is actually good. I did not have a problem, and the other parties never complain me about the call quality. Generally with Bluetooth headsets, some of them other parties say that they are not clear, but nothing like that on this one. So the call quality was good, and in terms of Bluetooth range also, the Bluetooth range was good. Obviously it works in this room, but even if I move to the next room, I would say then also it did not disconnect. It only started disconnecting when I was about 2 rooms away. So in terms of Bluetooth range, I would say it's having a decent Bluetooth range, and it does support that Bluetooth 5. Now one more thing is that it does support that high-res audio, and LDAC support is also there on this one. But one area I felt that the OnePlus Z might be slightly better is in terms of latency. Don't get me wrong, for most of the YouTube videos I did not notice that lip syncing, but if I was noticing it very carefully, there was a split second delay in that audio sync, even in the YouTube videos. Most of the users will not notice, but I was just looking for that and I did notice that. So in that area I would say the OnePlus did better. And also if you're sort of a heavy gamer, because of the slight latency issue, I would say for gamers this might not be good. But these are some of the nitpickings. Let's talk about the most important thing. Why do you get a headset? And that's to listen to music. So let's talk about that. And here I would say I was impressed with this one. First, let me talk about a unique thing that this one has. When you play it back, this multifunction button is there, and by default it will be in the balanced mode. But if you double tap it while listening to music, it changes to the bass mode, which actually really enhances the bass. And we as Indians, some of us like that heavy bass signature, and it definitely gives that. So I would say this one has dual personality. One is normal, where people like that, not excessive bass or anything like that. A good neutral sound signature, it has that. But when you want that bass, you just double tap and you get that. Now let's talk about the sound quality on this one. And I would say in terms of sound quality, they have done a very good job with this one. The sound stereo separation was very good. I could easily hear the instruments. Even finer instruments were easily visible, heard very clearly on this one. In fact, I would say in terms of clarity, the clarity was very good on this one. And even the sound stage, overall sound stage was very good. So in terms of, yes, bass, you won't find that excessive bass in that balance mode. But the vocals were very clear, and I would say the high tones were very crisp, and even some of the nuisances in the music that get lost were reproduced with this one. So in terms of sound signature, they have done a very good job. The sound stage is also very well done, and that serious separation for instruments you can easily identify was there. And now if we move to that bass mode, definitely the bass does get enhanced quite a bit, but I feel if you do that, slightly the higher tones get muted down a little bit, but that is what you should expect. So in terms of sound quality, I have to say I loved this one. I enjoyed listening to music on this one, and it was, in terms of sound quality, I would say it was much better. Listening to music particularly, I would say these were better than the OnePlus Z Wireless in my frank opinion. Now there are some shortcomings also that I noticed with this one, and let's also talk about that one. And the first thing is that slight latency, so might not be good for gamers. And second thing is that battery life, Oppo claims about 12 hours, but as I've told you, you'll get just about 6 to 7 hours of battery life. So certainly a very good earphones, particularly for people who love listening to music. I have to say, earlier I used to always say that the Realme neckband was my preferred one for listening to music under 2000, but now this one would be the one to pick. And in fact, it has the dual sound signature. One is neutral, I would say, what purists like, but we as Indians like that bass, excessive bass. With just a tap of a button, it transforms into a completely different headset, and that is something that I really appreciated on this one. And I would say if I have to compare it between the OnePlus one, the OnePlus I would say would be great for people for whom music listening is not the highest priority, but other things are more important. For example, I really love this extra button that OnePlus has provided. You can just tap this and switch to another device. That sort of functionality is simply not there on this one. So I really miss that one on the Oppo one. And also in terms of battery life, definitely the OnePlus would give you better battery life. So I would say if music is not your highest priority, but you just want a headset to actually take Bluetooth calls, Zoom conferences you're doing and stuff like that, and you also frequently switch devices, then the OnePlus might be better. But if you are sort of a music lover, I would say, definitely say that this Oppo ones definitely would be better. If I have to pick one between these two, definitely I'll pick the Oppo one. And again, the pricing is also similar. And if I have to rate it, I would rate it as high as 9 out of 10. I do cut marks because of that slight latency, and hence it won't be good for gamers. And also the battery life is just about 6-7 hours, whereas the OnePlus definitely gives you a lot more. Anyways guys, that's it for my review of this Oppo Encore M31. What do you guys think about the same? Do let me know in the comment section below. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.